champions. We've done it again, folks. End of the regular season, last game of the season. We managed to do it. You'll see it on the screenshots. And this, we are the champions, the Hyundai A-League regular season champions, the Wellington Phoenix. Yes, what an achievement. Oh, absolutely fantastic. Let's just go through some of these. I fall into disbelief following our success. I mean, look at those odds. Preseason odds were 1,000 to 1 that we would win. We won it, baby. Of course, the board are static. You know, this is the first piece of silverware ever for the Wellington Phoenix, and it's the regular season championship. So my players praising me there. The Phoenix clinched the A-League regular season title. Wow, yes. 2-1 victory over Melbourne Victory. Fantastic. I just couldn't believe it, guys. Absolutely rip-roaring awesome success. So you last with us with the Jets. We then followed this up with a hard-fought 0-0 draw against Adelaide United. Both teams coming very close, but just not managing to, to find that decisive breakthrough. We then went to Melbourne, hosted Melbourne Victory, who were struggling this season down the bottom, and the scoreline 2-1. Mal with a nice opener there, and equalised from Alves in the 71st minute. But straight away we hit back with Charlie Brown's special for a 2-1 victory, which crowned us the champions. So now we are in the Hyundai A-League semi-finals for the final series. We won't know our opposition until the next group play. So what will happen here? So if we go into here, you'll see. So ourselves and Western Sydney qualify through. Because we're the top two, and then the other four, third down to six, will play off with the winners going into the semis to face us. So we'll see how it is. It might be an interesting match. I reckon I wouldn't be surprised if we end up facing the Melbourne Victory, Melbourne City. But we will soon find out. Let's just rip roar and enjoy the celebrations, shall we? What a fantastic effort, and as promised, we are going to just touch on some things for around the club. Just have a look at our youths here. We finished 9th in the youth league. The youth team inherited is pretty shit. A lot of them are already will be released pending the contract ending soon. We're just going to have a clear out, take us a season or two, I think, just to get a really good youth team going through. But we finished a disappointing 9th, unfortunately. The reserves did a lot better. They finished at 6th in the New Zealand Premiership. Not a bad achievement, really. If we go and have a look at the standings stages. So they finished 6th. Fair distance, 11 points off qualification for the finals there. And 10 points back from Canterbury United to finish in 5th. But, yeah, pretty good effort there by the lads. Obviously, we can use some of our top team players, which we did now and again. But absolutely fantastic results here. Looking at the financial status, we are in the poop. We have no money, honey. Our current balance is minus $2.4 million. We're currently overspending on the wage budget, which I've just realised. That'll be because of somebody I've brought in. We have 84 grand of transfer for budget left. So that's just... Yeah, so it's been a pretty tough season. If we have a look at our income for the season here. This month so far we're tracking at 321,000 for income. So far for the season we're tracking at just over almost 10 million. So it's a lot further down on last season, which is quite surprising. I did have to do a bit of rebuilding, guess I spent a little bit more money. But we've got the finals coming in. I haven't seen the cash injections yet. We did win. We did get about 26,000 for the reserves, Phoenix reserves, finishing 9th. So, you know, we should get a decent whack, hopefully, for the A-League. But as you can see, gate receipts so far $1 million this season. TV revenue 1.6 so far this million. Just over 2 million for sponsorship deal. The main issue here is our expenditure. If we look at this season, our biggest expenditure is actually player wages and staff wages. But we're also spending 1.7 million on travel costs, and that is something that really hurts the club, especially, say, for example, when we're going to Perth or Adelaide. Those further long distance teams that we have to travel to. So yeah, it's looking pretty bad at the moment. Debts and loans so far, we haven't got any, which is good. The projection will hopefully change. Obviously, the projected for the end of this season is actually going to be a final around about 3.29 million. So not the best at the stage, but we'll just have to see. We should get a little bit of money anyway, like I said, from the completion of the league. Board confidence, obviously, as you can expect right now, we're untouchable. We can't expect any more. We just won the league with them. So, yeah, very happy with that. Reputation won't change, but I'll just show our reputation at the moment. So we are sitting at this, there's a reputation of 2.5 stars. We'll see if we can boost that. Should be boosted up, especially if we can win the league season. I just want to show you these transfers. So we've got couple of guys who are going out, like I mentioned before. Nick Epifano is on his way out. He's going for a free, going to Newcastle Jets at the end of his contract. We have a young goalkeeper coming in, Christoph Nikakakopoulos. We'll touch on him probably next season anyway. But I just want to tell you we have brought in one more player. We did that the other week. Clayton Lewis has been on and off with us in trial periods. And when we've tried to go with the contracts, it just hasn't worked out because he's been too greedy. We managed to secure him on a decent deal. 5 till 2025, I believe. Yep. Well, 2024 with a 1-year option after 10 games or 15 games. So I think that's pretty good. He's only 25. He's a New Zealander. He can play in the varying positions in the midfield, defensive midfield, attacking midfield, centre, right, left midfield. Primarily be using him as a midfield centre, part of the 4, really. And that ate into our wages, which is why they are looking the way they are. And we're just having a quick focus on the staff, because staffing is something they've always enjoyed in the game and getting it right. When we did briefly touch on this, if I recall, way back when we started this Wellington Phoenix section, and we were rubbish. We've managed to secure it now. So as you can see, across the board, we are pretty much top of the pops, first amongst all of them. So yeah, pretty happy with that. I still want to improve on what we have. There's still areas that I want to improve on. I do want some more scouts. I do want some more coaches, and those other ones I want to kind of improve on. We look at the dynamics here. Obviously, very good max cohesion. Dressing room atmosphere is excellent, and managerial support is very good. This fella here, Sean Galloway, I've mentioned before, he won't do a contract with us. He's been unhappy ever since basically pre-season when I got rid of Goran Paraki, and I made a promise that to give the young kids in the team a chance. And he's still not happy. Whether that changes now that we've won the A-League regular season, who knows? But no one agrees with him, no one really disagrees. Basically, everybody else in the team doesn't really give a toss. So, yeah, he may leave. He's a good player, so we have to look at that as well. Hierarchy, well, there we go. We've got a team leader. I've got 12 players supporting me. 12 are like, nah. Krishna, I can understand. He's probably going to go as well. Lewis has just arrived, and there's a few players there as well. Any surprises? Well, I thought Thornley may have a bit of support for me, apart from the rest. And I actually thought Vidicic would too, because of the promises I made and kept for him. But hey, I'm not going to complain. So yeah, that's definitely a good support. And as you can see there, it's all the top players, all the highly influential players are and team leaders are in favour. We look at the social groups, apart from the Epifano, who's actually leaving anyway. Yeah, everyone's pretty much in the core social group, and just a handful in the secondary social group there. So absolutely fantastic. I don't think there's going to be any A-League regular season breakdowns. So what we'll do is we'll just do a quick rundown here from the main squad page of just the basics, like average rating and things like that. So if we just have a look at the apparent, I just want to show the last 5 games. We saw my last 5 games. You'll see that the Hal Mao 7.36, Charlie Brown is 7.34, and Jordan Thornley is 7.3. With quite a few players rounding down to the 7s, which is pretty impressive for the last 5 games. Leading goal scorer was Charlie Brown, 19 regular season goals from 22 appearances, and also 4 as a sub. 3 assists for an average rating of 7.29. Now, this guy's only 22 years old, so it's very impressive. Arminicus, hopefully we can get this guy back on loan, if not put an offer in. 28 appearances, 10 goals, 5 assists for a 7.26 rating. I'm pretty happy with that. And how only played a handful of games, 5 starts, but 14 from the bench. Still 5 goals, 4 assists for 7.1. I'm pretty impressed with that guy. He is 19. And the potential's there to see him. If you can see, these guys seem to like what I said at the press conference. Singh, since adapting to that, or getting into that false 9 role, he's done a lot better, I think. 5 goals, 8 assists for a 7.15 average rating from 21 appearances. That's not too bad at all for Singh. I'm pretty happy with that. Still kind of learning that role. Roy Krishna is just, yeah. We are only sorting by goals. So somehow he managed 14 appearances, but only 3 goals. A very big disappointment this season. I did expect more from him, and you can see there's only a 1.5 star. Superstar requirements, definitely. He's going to be going. If we just saw by assists, the leading assist here was Singh with 8 assists, followed closely by Arminicus, Rose, Hull and Vidicic as well. So some good assist numbers there. And, of course, average rating. I'm not going to discount Chris Lee because he only played from a bench. And I mean, Vidicic, he had a lot of time off, injured, but 7.3, 5 assists, 3 goals. Not too bad, really, for the old geezer. But again, it's Charlie Brown leading the top of the pops there with Arminicus and Efano as well. And, Singh and Higgins. Eugene played very well for the first. I mean, he's new to the team. 28 appearances, 2 goals, 4 assists, 7.14. 86 key headers won, 12 key passes, and 25 key tackles. So I'm very delighted with that. So, yeah, and he was the captain in the last match. So there's a rundown, guys. It's a very small episode, hopefully, this time. Just a little bit of a celebration, too, because we did win the A-League regular season, as you could expect. And it's always great to see that there. I will be back once we are ready to kick off for the semi-finals. So we will go through and do all the games in the regular season. It's just going to be the semi-finals and then the final, hopefully. And then we should, if I can do this right, or time it right, we should kick off or end the full season of the A-League regular and final series by the end of the week. We'll see how it goes. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I am Parkera. You have a good one. See ya.